And I think that feeling of being so alive and passionate about your craft, it just, in every audition, you get to let that be your anchor.
Hey everybody, welcome to today's episode of Talent Agent Talk, where we are bringing you educational lessons and real-life stories behind the scenes of TV and film. I'm your host and a talent agent, Jason Lockhart, and today we have a very exciting guest that I've known for 7 years, Miss Lauren Buglioli.
Hi.
Hi.
So great to see you.
Great to see you, and welcome right off the set of basically being a series regular contract player on the brand new soap opera.
Thank you. Thank you. This feels like a full circle moment. Just you were one of the first people I met when I moved to Atlanta, went to trivia night at Grindhouse. So to be sitting here in this moment feels really special. Thank you.
It's been quite the 7 years you've had.
Thank you. Thank you.
And also, I remember you teaching me how to ski.
Oh,
do you remember that?
My gosh.
I kept falling, and you were one of the only people that was really concerned that I kept getting hurt. That's great.
Listen, you did great. Skiing is hard as an adult. Really hard.
Yeah, it was hard for me.
Yeah, you did great.
What's the term when you like completely wipe out? What's the term?
I don't know.
Not a trash bin or there's that.
I don't know. You didn't do that.
I definitely did it.
No.
Yard sale.
Oh,
that's what it is. I yard sailed quite a lot.
Listen, you did great. You did great.
Well, thank you. Anyways, about you. So let's talk about this booking. I mean, this is a life-changing booking. You're working how many days a week?
Between anywhere from 2 to 5 days a week. It depends on the storyline because it ebbs and flows. We've got 200 episodes. We're currently on shooting 54 through 62 this week. So depending on where my storyline is, that's how many days I'll be on set.
And are they giving you storylines in advance, or are you kind of showing up and figuring out what you have to do on the spot?
We get the scripts about 2 weeks in advance. So
okay, so you have a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Well, let's backtrack to this audition.
Yes.
So you got the audition. Mm-hmm. What's going on in your mind?
I had just driven to Florida for my mom's birthday. I landed in Florida. I was with my best friend and my mom at the time. And I looked at my best friend and I said, I love you guys so much. I said, Mom, I'm really sorry. I've got to turn around and go back to Atlanta. I said, I just have a gut feeling about this. I need my setup. I need to get my hair done. I need to show up with a look. Whatever I'm going to cobble together at TJ Maxx isn't going to cut it. I love you. I'll come back. And she was like, go get it, baby girl. My mom started me in the business when I was 6 months old. So she's always been a huge champion. And she said, go get it. And I drilled the lines on the 7-hour car ride home. Thankfully, one of my best friends, Mary Catherine, was in town. The next morning, she taped me. And we did a take. And I said, that's it. That's her. And I said, should I do it again? And she was like, no, that's it. And
what made you feel that? Because I know that's a great feeling, but was there something specific?
I felt I am, anyone who I'm really comfortable with will see a sassy side of me. And I knew she was mama bear for her best friend and would cut a you-know-what if it came down to it. And also had sass. And I got a sense from the sides that she enjoyed time with men. And I just had fun with that, And I decided to have fun with some innuendos. I just decided to have fun. And I gave myself permission to trust myself. And I think that's been a huge part of the journey for me, is having the trust. And also I see how necessary it is when you show up to set and you're shooting an episode a day. They don't have time to reassure you of your choices, So I think I've just seen how every audition is conditioning for a moment like this. And I also know it didn't happen a moment sooner than it was supposed to, So I felt very bad that I had to leave my mom's birthday, but we celebrated at a later date. So it was really wonderful to have the support of friends and family, and then to be able to tape with someone that I love and trust, and to trust my instincts, And I worked with my incredible coach, Kara Rosenbaum. Shout out to her. I worked with her on it. And then the thing with coaching for me is have fun, rehearse, play, discover things, and then be surprised in the tape too. I used to kind of try to control my auditions too much, and I had to work my way out of that. So I think I just had fun with the tape and trusted that I knew her, and hopefully they felt that, you know?
Clearly they did. I mean,
Thanks.
and it sounds like you set yourself up for success.
Thanks.
You probably do it with most of your auditions, but
you.
this one in particular, and like, what are the parameters of that? And they're not going to be the same for everyone, but for you and in your circle, your coach, your taper, your mom, like your support system,
Right.
Your ability to have a conversation with yourself and choose to have fun,
Right.
not getting in your own way.
Yeah.
You're setting yourself up for success with a really awesome checklist.
Thank you. It's a process. And I think, anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge class nerd. And I think I have to credit my high school drama teacher. His name's Buck Heron. He really reinforced in me loving the process. And he just continued to say, it is not about the results. It's not about, and I feel like that's the difference. I've never dreamt of being rich and famous. I've always dreamt of being a working actor. And I love it so much it hurts. And I think that feeling of being so alive and passionate about your craft, it just, in every audition, you get to let that be your anchor. Like, why do I do this? And trust me, I fall off all the time. Like, I love to, overthink. And then I have to bring myself back to, no, we did get it in a take. You can trust yourself, submit it and walk away, So that was the audition story. And it really started years prior because Kim Coleman, as you know, is casting this, and Rob DeCina in New York. And I went in and screen tested for Guiding Light when I was 18. And my agent in New York mentioned that Rob said hi, and I just lost it. Like, he said, congratulations. And that was such a defining moment for me because it came down between me and another girl for this series reg role on Guiding Light. And I had created this story of I failed, and that almost happened. And it almost, because life afterwards, took lots of twists and turns. So it was this moment that I had held on to and kind of had a lot of grief around. And I love this show so much. And I'm sure I would have loved that experience, but I'm so grateful it took the time it took. Like, there's not a second I take for granted,
Hey, are you a parent of a young actor? Then you're going to want to pay attention to this because Get Seen Studios has what we call our Rising Star program. This program is incredible. It is a monthly program that puts you in front of an industry pro every single month and focuses on what a young actor needs to be focusing on, which is auditions. So every single month, we focus on either theatrical auditions or commercial auditions so they can be set up for success when they get an agent, or if they already have an agent, to really succeed at these auditions and even begin to make money at this. So we bring in different industry pros every single month and agents and casting directors, and then work on those auditions. So if this sounds like something that you would like to get your child or a friend that has a child involved in, all you need to do is email risingstar@getseenstudios.com, and we will let you try your first month for just $1 a class. That's right, only $1 a class. All you got to do is email us, and we will get you all set up and ready to go to improve those auditions, and then also get in front of those industry pros, because we are Get Seen. Thanks for watching.
I also don't think you failed on that
Thanks.
Guiding Light. I think you got the silver medal.
Thanks.
That's a hell of a story.
Thank
You got
you.
the silver medal, and that's
Thank
never going to
you.
go away.
Thank you.
That's always going to be a little bit of a shiny, literally shiny boost in
Yeah.
your story.
Yeah. It's just been really meaningful to look back and connect the dots and see why things happen the way they do, And I love living in Atlanta. I love community here. I love getting to live here with my dogs and drive to assembly. Like, just seeing why it happened the way it did has been really rewarding. And this show is such a historic one. And to see Michelle, who is the first woman of color to create a soap opera, and she is an icon and an Emmy Award winner and the kindest human being, and Sheila Ducksworth, who partnered with the NAACP and CBS to make this happen. It's in real time, watching people's dreams come true and watching them make history is wild. And everyone on that set is so grateful to be there. And I think because the road hasn't been easy for me, I just have deep reverence for this moment and the people involved. And I'm just excited for people to see it. It's great escapism. It's so much fun. And it's so good for Atlanta.
So good for Atlanta. I do. I love it too. I love it here too.
And I'm with Jerry Tubbs, who I was just jumping up and down to see on set, like getting, Pierce Lackey, and just getting to see people, Regina, I love, getting to work with people here on this particular
And
project.
it's never ending.
Yeah.
We've booked so many actors with a couple of lines, and then before you know it, it's 7 episodes, 10 episodes, and still going.
Yay. That makes me so happy.
And you could do this for years. Who knows?
I mean,
So let's go back to when you booked it.
yes.
Where were you? What happened? What was going on?
My agent in New York, Matt Redman with DGRW, and the incredible team with DGRW have partnered so beautifully. I'm so grateful with my manager, Dan Green, and Jacob and Corey. And this is like the holy trinity for me. These human beings have completely changed my life. And there was a moment where Matt texted me. It was about, I think, a month and a half after I submitted the audition. And I had just gone to the big magic retreat that Wes and Lauren put on. And I had just energetically released this and had to say, okay, I have to be proud of the work I put in. I have to believe that what's for me is for me. And Adrian and I are driving back from that retreat, and Matt texted me and said, you're still in the mix. And I just start bawling. And then on Monday of that coming week, he said, I want to get on the phone for a minute. It's nothing life-changing. So I text Jacob and Corey, and I text Dan, and I said, Matt wants to talk about something, but it's not life-changing, but I'll keep you in the loop. And then they're all on the call. They're all on the call, and they told me, and I just lost it. And I just think what you guys do for us, like, we love this so much. I'm going to pull it together. I'm a professional.
There's no rules.
Thank you. What you guys do for us, like, I just never take for granted. And I sent Jacob and Corey a voice memo after getting that call from Matt and all of them when they bamboozled me, saying, I remember sending my mom a picture when Jesse set me up to be a reader for Jacob at Get Seen. And I remember being so, so grateful that I got to get in front of Jacob. So I just said, like, you guys are the reason this is happening. I get to do what I love. And, I told you I started in the business when I was 6 months old, but I gave up a couple times. And I got to be a special education teacher, and I loved that so much. And I know that happened now, and that you're right, Guiding Light wasn't a failure. When you've held a baby while they're having a seizure, it's really hard to think for a second that an emergency on set is an emergency, because sometimes pressure is high. And I really always bring myself back to, I'm lucky to be here. I'm lucky to get to do what I love. And it's my job to show up and have good energy and be of service and serve this story. And you're this way. Like, it's not about us. It's about getting to do the thing we love and with people we love, and hopefully give the audience something that's gonna...
It's movies and TV.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times Megan Lewis has said to me, Lockhart, just calm down. You're not saving lives. Just movies and TV. You should literally, like, yell at me on the phone and calm down.
And then...
Because we're just making movies and TV.
But also, someone posted something yesterday that took me out. There's a account on Instagram that's Spoiler Gates, and they're supportive of the show, and they're promoting the show before it airs. And they talked about, they gave a trigger warning and said, this post deals with thoughts of suicide and depression. And they said, soap operas mean so much to me because of what I've been through with, my journey with depression, and sharing these stories with my family has given me this sense of escapism and such joy in dark times. So while it is movies and TV, you never know how a story is going to move somebody. And that's what I'm thinking about in playing this character. I've fallen in love with her, and I love playing her. And I hope I can Lucci this and play her for, 30, 40 years. Let's go. But I keep saying, like, where is her humanity? How can I connect to, like, my deep dark and pour it into her to honor her? Because it'd be really easy on a soap or in any genre in film and TV to go surface. But I'm like, where's her deep dark? What makes her tick? Where can I find her humanity? And where can I, 1 minute be doing a bit and the next minute spooky, scary jump scare, someone into like, oh, I felt something in my soul in that moment, And there's been so many synchronicities. I'm yapping, so tell me if I need to stop.
You're perfect.
But there's been so many synchronicities with this project where, I love my parents so much. They went through a really painful divorce, and I was 26 years old at the time, and really observing the two of them as an adult, I learned a lot about love and relationships and human beings and behavior. And I find myself really rocked going, wow, I lived through that moment for that reason. I lived through that moment for that reason. I met that ex for that reason. I went through that dark time for that reason. And it gives me peace to go, if you're lucky, your art is an extension of your life, And while I'm never on set, I'm not going to full on method it. When I'm doing that work behind the scenes, I'm pouring as much of my soul into this as I can, I just feel lucky to get to do that, So all that to say, they said it wouldn't change my life. That call absolutely changed my life. I was like, you fully lied to me. And I thank them an obnoxious amount, and I'm sure they want to just put a muzzle on me at this point, but this is everything I've ever dreamed of, So while I'm not Pollyanna about it, because it is work and I am there to do a job and I'm there to work, I try to really keep a sense of like gratitude, yes, but I think really marveling at the fact that it happened, because you couldn't tell a 19-year-old version of me that it would ever happen,
You earned it.
Thank you. I feel really lucky. And I think the thing, again, going back to why I was a special education teacher and while I'll always be an educator, I told you before we started rolling, like, I'm going to start partnering with Lifeline, which is a shelter. I met on the set my hairstylist on the set, Christy, who's absolutely incredible. Her son, Scotty, also a hairdresser on set. He has an organization called Shine, and I was looking for a place to volunteer on Christmas. They go into women's shelters, and they went on Christmas, and they invited me. I ended up working with kids while they were doing makeovers on the women who were staying in the shelters. And I don't know, to get to do what I love on top of getting to hopefully be of service and give back with these people that I love.
It's all interconnected.
It's all interconnected. And I get it now, So I think you do this so beautifully. And I've always seen this in you. When you can pour into other people, when you can be of service, when you can pour that into your work as well, it just makes it so much more meaningful,
Yeah.
And
you can. It's a choice every day.
It's really...
You can maximize your day.
Yeah.
With choices.
And then I get
where
really...
you go and who you surround yourself with and who you help.
100%.
And did you leave the world better that day or not?
Yes. And you're going to be really surprised that we're having this conversation when you see what my character is and what her choices are.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. So, it's coming out around the corner.
Yes, she's sassy.
Bringing me to probably what I think is the most important question of this entire show that we do.
Yes.
So from this series, and you've been on it for months now, is there, and I feel like we've touched on it, but is there a singular or a really strong lesson that you would give to a younger version of yourself, or thousands of young actors that could be watching this that you wish they could hear so their lives become better?
Yes. I had to do a lot of work to remove ego from my art, because there was a little girl who just wanted to be chosen and wanted to book and wanted to work and wanted to prove that she could make it, whatever the heck that meant. And I'm a huge fan of therapy, Jason, when I really dug my heels in and started doing inner work to remove that, my whole life changed. And now I'll, whatever you believe in, I'll just check in. It's this or something better for the highest good of all involved. So if I'm meant to be on this set, put me on this set. And it's the moments like that when my hairdresser's like, yeah, we'd love for you to come volunteer on Christmas. And I'm like, that's why I'm there. When, it's not about, did I do it right? And did you get the take? And how do I look? And bah, bah, bah. When I make it about that, it's
miserable,
it's
right?
miserable. That's empty. And listen, I love doing the job. I have so much fun doing it. I get to play. But then there's also this piece that makes it so much more rich. So I think Brendan Bradley, my friend, when we were at NYU together, he said, don't forget to be the kind of person you want to be around for 16 hours a day. Be a good human. That's really important, first and foremost. But the importance of energy, the importance of, am I here to take or am I here to give? I can be here to give with my performance, about just seeing someone, really knowing them and seeing them and acknowledging their work. Everyone that it takes to light you and give you sound and make you look like $1,000,000, really having a deep appreciation for everybody there. That I think when it becomes about me versus we, it's really dangerous. So the more you can focus on having good energy, focusing on doing the inner work that's going to serve your art, it's like, it starts to click,
Yeah, I mean, you're like speaking my language.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more, and I hope that every actor out there like really realizes that their art is a gift, but so is their personality.
Yes.
And you can gift
yes.
that, your patience, your kindness, your grace to everyone, and realize, yeah, you're just a piece of the puzzle. And the
Yes.
puzzle is beautiful if everybody shows up and fits in well.
Yes.
And
that you have nothing to prove, like it's not gonna
no, you're already there.
heal
You've
your
earned
soul.
it.
Yeah. And even with
Now you just go to work.
auditions, I've seen, we were talking about Hot Wing King earlier, I was gushing over Jay Jones and how talented he is. He was in Hot Wing King with an actor who I absolutely love, that I saw him in a production, 7 years ago, and he completely moved my soul, and I'm still fangirl over him all the time. It's like, you never know whose life you're touching. You never know. And I think just keeping your eye on the prize and saying, okay, I'm here to do the work. I'm here to be of service. I'm here to have fun. Like, you can't go wrong, You just can't underestimate the impact, like the ripple effect of it,
Agreed.
And
actually, to go full circle to another lesson that you kind of pinpointed, but I didn't want to interrupt, and I didn't want to bring it back up. But you saying maybe it isn't just about movies and TV, and we could change lives.
Yes.
When you're on a TV show, we're talking about millions. Millions of people can see you. So yes, there absolutely could be people whose lives are drastically affected, even if it's just on an entertainment. You're taking them away.
100%.
And on a soap like this, it's 5 days a week. I mean, you're really a part of their daily routine. So you just never know what work you're doing and how it's affecting people. And so to give it your all, as if you wouldn't, it really could go miles.
Thank you.
Thank you for, being here.
Thank you for having me.
I know
Are you kidding?
You're so busy.
And no, thank you. Since I moved here, you've always been so kind and so supportive and so encouraging. And I know you do that for everyone you know. And thank you for how you pour into people here.
Absolutely. I mean,
Yeah.
I love this market.
Yeah.
And
It loves you.
I have a special tangible thank you for you for being here. You won a free car.
Yay!
Go ahead and don't
Sorry, I
look.
screamed into the mic. I would not.
But,
I love
let's
surprises.
see what you got. Will it match your jacket?
Oh, so slick. So cool. I don't know cars. This is a black car.
It's a Batmobile.
A Batmobile. You love Batman.
I do love Batman. That's pretty cool.
Yay.
May that hold really exciting, fun energy that makes your life a little bit better every time you glance at it,
I'm
or give it
so
away
excited.
to someone else.
No, you know who? I'm gonna show up to Lauren Halpern's house and I'm gonna be like, Alex, look what I got. And then he's
gotten some toys from our house
5,
as well.
so he's gonna appreciate this. It's gonna give me major clout. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, great to see you.
Great to see you.
Thank you again for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you to our audience for tuning in. I hope you got something out of today. Thank you to Jesse Malinowski and Get Seen for producing our show. We're having a great time doing this. And if you would like to be a guest on our show because you've got your own exciting booking story, feel free to pitch it directly to us. It's talentagenttalk@gmail.com. Again, that is talentagenttalk@gmail.com. Thank you so much, Lauren. See you soon on CBS.
See you soon. Ah!